Have you ever wondered what truly lies behind the spotlights and untold stories of Hollywood legends? Loretta Swit, the Emmy-winning actress and icon of the M***S**H series, is ready to pull back the curtain. In her memoir, Swit doesn't hesitate to reveal the moments and people who shaped her life and career, offering a deep and surprising look into a world we thought we knew. The heartfelt voice of Hot Lips Houlihan. As night fell on the cold Korean battlefield, the image of Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, MASH, 4077 still burns brightly in our hearts. For those who lived through the 70s and 80s, MASH was more than just a TV show. It was a part of memory, a pulse of the era. It was an antidote to war anxieties, a hearty laugh amidst life's chaos, and an unexpectedly truthful look at human nature under extreme pressure. Every character, from the sly Hawkeye Pierce to the eccentric Klinger, is etched into our minds. And among that legendary cast, there was a woman of steel with a heart of gold, Loretta Swit, who brilliantly portrayed Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan. Now, in her later years, as the world has changed so much, Loretta has opened up, not only about her illustrious career, but also about the relationships that shaped her life and work. With her characteristic grace and candor, in her latest memoir, she dedicated profound, emotional words to a colleague, a friend, a man she affectionately called Massive. Many must be wondering who left such a deep impression on an icon like Loretta Swit, someone who shared countless scenes and experienced the many ups and downs of one of the most beloved television series of all time. He was massive, Loretta affirmed. So, what made a candid, strong-willed actress like Loretta Swit utter those words about someone whose character had a complex on-screen relationship with hers? Let's delve into the sincere, moving confessions from Loretta Swit herself, unveiling the secret of a great individual hidden behind the familiar facade we once saw. Decoding the shocking revelation. The first thing Loretta wants everyone to understand about him is his exceptional acting talent. To create such an outstanding character requires immense subtlety and remarkable emotional control. He lived that character, willing to sacrifice his personal image for the film's purpose. This is a sacrifice not every actor is willing to make, especially when audiences often struggle to distinguish between the actor and the character. Loretta often recounts that he was intelligent, educated, and very witty. He loved to read, especially history, and always engaged in deep, fascinating conversations. This was completely opposite to the ignorant and shallow character he portrayed. This is the clearest proof of his massive talent, his ability to transform, don a completely different persona, and be convincing down to the smallest detail. Loretta emphasizes that he understood the character's importance for the balance of MASH*, the necessary antagonist to highlight the good qualities of other characters. It was a quiet dedication, a sacrifice for art that few knew about. He was a true actor. He wasn't afraid to make his character hateful because he knew it was necessary for the show, Loretta shared. Off-screen, this man was warm, polite, and incredibly kind. Loretta described him as a true gentleman, always caring about those around him, especially women. He had a subtle sense of humor, loved to joke, and always knew how to make people laugh. The stories Loretta shared in her memoir paint a completely different picture of him. Loretta and he shared a close, deep friendship. They often discussed their thoughts and feelings about work and life. Loretta recalled that this colleague was always a sincere listener and offered helpful advice, serving as a pillar of emotional support for her during stressful days on set. They often had lunch together, talked about scripts, personal lives, and found a rare common ground. He was one of the few people I could be completely myself with, she confided. Although his character on the show was Hot Lips' subordinate, in real life, Loretta regarded him as a mentor, an older brother figure. She admired his professionalism, his serious work ethic, and his approach to roles. He often helped her analyze scripts and find depth for their characters, especially in their shared scenes. He was always willing to experiment, always looking for ways to make things better, Loretta remembered. It was a joy to work with him. This colleague was always the first to arrive on set and the last to leave. He meticulously cared for every scene, every line, never complaining or showing fatigue. His sense of responsibility and dedication inspired the entire crew, always creating a relaxed, joyful atmosphere, even during scenes that demanded tension or complex emotions. Loretta Swit also shared personal memories of his kindness. Once, she was sick on set, and he was the first to check on her, bring her medicine, and even make her a hot cup of tea. These small gestures spoke volumes about his compassionate heart, a heart that always cared for others. For Loretta, he was not just a colleague, but a family member within MASH*, a respected older brother whom she deeply cherished. By now, you've probably guessed who she's referring to, right? Let me know in the comments. It seems you're quite a devoted fan of MASH*, aren't you? The man Loretta affectionately spoke of in her memoir is none other than Larry Linville. When Larry Linville decided to leave M***, S***H** after 5 seasons, many fans were regretful and didn't understand why. Loretta Swit revealed that this decision was not easy for him, but rather a torment. Larry felt that the character of Frank Burns had become too one-dimensional, with no room for further development. He was a talented actor, always seeking new challenges, and didn't want to be forever typecast in a negative role, even though it brought him fame and stability. He was a true actor, and he wanted to do more than just play a buffoon, Loretta explained. He felt he had done all he could with Frank Burns. His departure demonstrated the massiveness of Larry's career. He was willing to give up fame and stable income to pursue artistic growth, refusing to repeat himself. This was a courageous decision, reflecting his integrity and desire for artistic renewal. Loretta understood and respected his choice, even though she was very sad to lose such a compatible co-star and dear friend. Larry Linville's profound impact on Loretta Swit. The passing of Larry Linville in 2000 was a great loss, not only for the entertainment industry, but also for those who were fortunate enough to know him, especially close friends like Loretta Swit and the entire MASH* family. In her memoir, Loretta couldn't hide her sadness and regret when recalling the moment she bade farewell to her kindred spirit. She described it as an unfilled void, an absence she still feels to this day. "My heart was broken when I heard the news," she wrote, her words brimming with emotion. "He was an indispensable part of my life during my best years on set." That sadness wasn't Loretta's alone. Other members of the MASH* cast also expressed their deep sorrow upon learning of his passing. Gary Berghoff, who played Radar O'Reilly, was truly stunned and shared through his manager that he had lost not only a wonderful friend, but also a talented professional. Jamie Farr, who portrayed Klinger, didn't hesitate to call Larry Linville a wonderful man and affirmed that he would always be remembered. Even Mike Farrell, who later played BJ Honeycutt, had moments working with Larry at reunions and felt the warmth and politeness he exuded. These shared words from his colleagues paint a consistent picture of Larry Linville's admirable character, a man beloved and cherished by everyone who worked with him. To honor her dear friend, Loretta Swit has done much to preserve his memory. She frequently shares stories about him in interviews, at MASH* anniversary events, or simply in private conversations. She wants people to know the real man, not just the character of Frank Burns on screen. She consistently emphasizes that behind that often disliked role was a generous spirit, a kind heart, and undeniable talent. Through her heartfelt accounts, Loretta has helped reshape public perception of her great friend, ensuring that his true legacy, a legacy of kindness, humility, and talent, will never be forgotten. That is how she and the entire MASH* family keep him alive in everyone's memories and in their own hearts. The secret story behind MAS***, HTK's curtain call. Every great chapter must have an end, and for MASH, it was an emotional conclusion that also held many little-known, intimate stories. The final episode, Goodbye, Farewell and Amen, made television history with record viewership, but behind the on-screen tears of farewell lay a complex decision, far from easy for those who had been dedicated to the 4077th camp for 11 years. While the public saw a logical end to the war and to the beloved characters, for those involved, it was a struggle between their passion for the craft, their camaraderie, and creative pressure. There was an open secret within the production team that the key actors themselves, who had embodied their characters so completely, were the ones yearning to end the show. They felt that the story had been fully told, and prolonging it might diminish the quality and authenticity they had meticulously built. The pressure to continuously create fresh, engaging scripts while maintaining MASH**''s core spirit grew increasingly heavy. Loretta Swit, as one of the core members, witnessed and distinctly felt this weariness, yet she also understood the responsibility. She shared that there were private meetings, intimate conversations where everyone frankly expressed their desire to rest after a long and challenging journey. The final decision was not that of an individual or a single producer, but the tacit consensus of an entire collective of talented artists who understood that, to preserve MASH**''s legacy, sometimes knowing when to stop was essential.